Testimony has ended for the day in the much-anticipated retrial of Karen Reed. The 45-year-old Mansfield woman is charged with killing her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe, 3 years ago.
Her first trial ended last summer in a mistrial. Now, all eyes turn to her second trial, maybe even more eyes than the last time. NBC 10's John Maroney joins us live with more on the first day of testimony, which began with opening statements. John.
Glenn, good evening. It is not a new story. The prosecution says that Karen Reed killed John O'Keefe with her SUV. The defense says she's been framed, but this time around, there is a different jury.
We are here today because John O'Keefe was killed by the actions and conduct of that defendant, Karen Reed.
Hank Brennan accusing Karen Reed of hitting John O'Keefe with her SUV and leaving him to die in a blizzard after a night of drinking.
You'll hear her words through firefighter Nuttall. She said, "I hit him, I hit him, I hit him."
The prosecutor told jurors to consider the facts, forensic data, and the defendant's own words, showing them this interview with NBC's Dateline.
But could I have clipped him? Could I have tagged him in the knee and incapacitated him?
Not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty.
Attorney Alan Jackson urged the jury to find his client not guilty of 3 separate charges, including second-degree murder.
There was no collision with John O'Keefe.
Reed says she was framed, suggesting O'Keefe was killed inside a Canton home owned by Brian Albert and his body was put outside. Jackson called former state trooper and lead investigator Michael Proctor a cancer. Proctor was fired for his handling of the investigation.
She's the victim of a botched and biased and corrupted investigation that was never about the truth, folks. It was about preserving loyalty.
Canton firefighter Timothy Nuttall testified, saying he found O'Keefe's body in the snowy yard of 34 Fairview Road. Under cross-examination, he acknowledged inconsistencies and previous testimony, but he says he remembers Reed saying,
I hit him, I hit him, I hit him.
Now, key prosecution witness Carrie Roberts was on the stand when court ended today. She'll be back on tomorrow. Coming up at 6, we'll hear from her as well as Karen Reed. Live in Dedham, John Maroney, NBC 10 Boston.
John, thank you. Remember, NBC 10 Boston is your source for Karen Reed's second murder trial. We will carry court proceedings live every day on our sister station, NECN, and stream it on our YouTube page. And then you can catch a recap of what happened every weeknight at 7 on Canton Confidential. And on our show, we will answer your questions. Just like the first trial, you can send us your questions for the experts at canton.confidential@NBCUni.com.